Hello everyone, I'm Asa Waldstein and I'm here today to talk about the big 7 cardiovascular disease warning letters the FDA just sent out. So we all know that FDA pays close attention to heart disease type of claims, right? But there's some real interesting takeaways in this group of warning letters. So normally when FDA sends out warning letters related to heart disease, there's some type of disease words, hypertension, heart disease, congestive heart failure, some type of disease words like this in the warning letter. But in this group of warning letters, many of them had what I would call mid-risk claims, such as diagnostics such as LDL reduction, lowering bad fats, lowering cholesterol, or even lowering blood pressure. Now, we all know that we shouldn't say many of these things, but I really found it surprising that even these mid-risk claims, especially the diagnostic type claims like LDL reduction, were cited as a primary reason for these companies getting warning letters. So if you are selling products for cholesterol or blood pressure support, I suggest re-looking at your marketing to make sure that you're not even using any of these mid-risk claims, especially as relates to words like cholesterol, lower blood pressure. And I'd be very careful if you are using any type of diagnostics, again, something like LDL reduction in your marketing. Now is a good time to go through all that and make sure that that's not there. And this does include hashtags. For example, if you had an otherwise compliant post, if it had hashtag cholesterol or hashtag cholesterol reduction, this could probably be enough to tip the scale into warning letter category. So in this group of Big 7 warning letters, I got really excited when I was reading these because one of them involves social media engagement. So in the past, we know FDA has cited some companies for liking a post on their company's social media wall. This is considered endorsing the testimonial in the eyes of the FDA. But to be honest, I thought FDA kind of forgot about this because we haven't seen any warning letters on this for a while. But in one of these warning letters, they cited the following. A customer wrote on a company's social media wall, "Yes, this really works. My bad cholesterol dropped by 60 points." And then the verbiage in the warning letter is, "And you endorse this by responding, 'That's amazing, John. Thank you for sharing.'" So even saying thank you was enough to, again, tip the scale into warning letter category. Fight the urge. Don't comment on anything on your social media wall if it has a disease word in it. Now, claims made in Amazon and Walmart storefronts were mentioned in some of these warning letters. Oftentimes, I'm reviewing content. People will look at their website, their social media. But what about Amazon? What about Walmart? These are kind of forgotten about. So now's a good time to make sure to go through all your marketing, including your Amazon and Walmart storefronts and pages, to make sure that these disease claims are not forgotten, because we don't want them to come back and bite you. So the FDA has mentioned claims made in YouTube 9 times this year, which really shows that claims made in videos are top of mind for the FDA. Now, in all of the warning letters that mention videos or even social media, there's always a phrase like, "And you direct customers back to so-and-so URL where you take orders for the products." This is really the commercial bridge. This really shows that material connection. If there is a YouTube channel and it doesn't link to where customers can order products, probably not going to get cited in a warning letter in my guesstimate. Also, these group of warning letters had a good example that product names are considered claims. So we all know that product names are considered claims, but this one company was cited for a claim made about their product called cholesterol. And in the eyes of the FDA, calling cholesterol is a disease claim. I think that's a stretch. It's not as blatant as other names that have been called out in warning letters, such as anxiety support, but it really just shows that, yes, product names should be compliant. And last but not least, discussing ingredient benefits. I talk about this all the time. Ingredient benefits is considered marketing in the eyes of the FDA, and that was cited again in at least one of these warning letters. I'm Asa Waldstein. I love talking with you about enforcement trends and how to keep you out of trouble. Have a great day. Bye.